I never imagined that saying goodbye would look like this. My father's last journey into the wilderness he loved. I thought the hardest part would be facing the past. But what I discovered there almost buried us. I didn't think that all this would draw me in. But this wilderness awakened something in me.
You know the team at Incuvo for some of its incredible VR adaptations, including the intense 2022 survival game, Green Hell VR. But Tracked is something new from the studio. It's their first original game based on a brand new IP. It builds on over half a decade of VR development expertise to deliver a thrilling, demanding survival game set in Caldera, inspired by British Columbia. Stay tuned for more on the game as it heads towards launch. Tracked is just one of the incredible VR titles we're excited to debut today at the VR Game Showcase. It's the perfect demonstration of this show's commitment to quality VR experiences that raise the bar for headsets. So, as ever, get ready to scan the QR codes arriving after each of today's trailers with your smartphone. These will take you to store pages where you can wishlist, pre-order, or buy the games you love. This simple act is incredibly helpful to each and every studio you'll see today, so wishlist where you can. We've also got some great discounts for MetaQuest titles from some of today's studios on offer. These are limited time flash sales set to last just a few days, with big savings to be had. So head over to the Quest store and use the codes on screen to pick up some classics. Okay, let's get into it. Our next title is something we're very excited to welcome back into the spotlight.
Good luck. May the glass break your way. Match made. Off you go. The day is ours, squad. Now we're talking.
Oh, they should know better.
Magnificent. Now's the time. Attack that glass.
Yes, Glassbreakers, Champions of Moss is getting ready for its big return later this year. Stay tuned at the end of the show as we head into our VR Developer Direct, bringing you much more on Polyarc's long-awaited multiplayer debut. We've gone on location with the studio in Seattle, Washington, to dive deep into how the game has evolved since its reveal in beta in 2023. You'll see new gameplay and get deeper insights into bringing the world of Moss into a brand new strategy experience. Don't miss it. Alright, back to the show. And to one game we've wanted to bring into VRGS for over a year now. Take a look.
SIGINT suggests a second fighter wave, but it's way out. Keep your eyes peeled. Bomber hit. Crew bailing out. Yamato is breaking up and sinking. Outstanding job, team. Pilots, the Japanese have struck Pearl Harbor. We've taken casualties and several ships are burning. Do not let them finish off the fleet. Heads up! Next wave incoming! soldiers in the village.
Aces of Thunder will include a full single-player campaign once it launches on PC VR and PSVR 2 later this year. This is one of our most anticipated titles, promising the immersive dogfighting VR experience we've all been clamoring for. Better yet, it's playable both in VR and on a traditional screen. Thanks to the team at Gaijin Entertainment for today's reveal. Next up is another game we've been waiting a long time to show. Only this is a brand new reveal from the team at Soul Assembly.
We're gonna take on the world. We're gonna take on the world. Waiting around. Winners will never look down. No one can stop us, we got it. Future is right in our hands. 100%. We're gonna take on the world.
Street Gods drops you into a myth-soaked New York, built for full-body VR combat. Mjolnir is yours to command. Strike fast, throw with finesse, recall with force. Forge your path through shifting streets and brutal boss fights. Build your run, unlock new abilities, and push your power to godlike levels.
Look out for more information soon. So, that's the reveal of Tracked and Street Gods, the announcement of a single-player campaign for Aces of Thunder, and the long-awaited return of Glassbreakers. And we're just getting started. Let's get another look at one of the most promising single-player titles coming from one of the industry's biggest and most committed development studios.
What was that?
I hope it's not what I think it is. I'd continue if I was you, quickly.
Got to keep moving. Can't stop now. Down we go!
The tremors seem to be getting louder and more violent. Proceed with caution, Rosa. The shield can be used to protect yourself and to help you climb.
Yeah.
Now that you have your mag upgrade, your gauntlets can stick to certain metal surfaces. Your arrows will fuse with that material on the wall. You can use them to climb. Right, we're halfway through. Just keep moving, Rosa. We need that power core. I'd keep your bow and shield at the ready. I'm detecting multiple living statues ahead. power core and return it to me. The fate of humanity is at stake. Excellent. Now hurry on back. Rosa!
No! No, 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 no!
We need to work fast.
Whoa!
The Terror Core won't rest until it kills you. Run, Rosa! Go, go, go!
Take it from someone that has actually played Reach. This is exactly the kind of game that reminds you what VR is all about. Fast, fluid traversal that seamlessly works with gesture-based controls. Dynamic, empowering action that leans into VR's physicality. And just look at those visuals. We can't wait to get our hands on the full game on Quest, PSVR 2, and PC VR later this year. It's time to get some updates on some of the enduring VR experiences you can play today, starting with a slapstick favorite from our friends at Alchemy Labs.
Sun, sand, fun, couple of dudes.
To be eligible for your 2% off gas and grill voucher, you'll have to read the lines as written.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sun, sand, fun, friends, and most importantly, clocking into your next shift. Choose New Jersey for your next workation. Relaxation always feels best after you've earned it. Just imagine how great it would feel if you never stopped working. Plan your next workation. Oh, it's like vacation, but without the relaxing part. That's funny. You guys are funny. I like you.
Thank you. Please continue the read.
Get your free travel guide at What does this say? Why is this so long? DimensionalDoubleShift.com. That name is not catchy. I'm sorry. You should change that.
Thank you. Your 1.7% off gas and grill voucher will be in the mail.
Wait, but earlier you said 2%. New Jersey. Plan your next workation today.
What's this? A mysterious package has arrived on the Skeld. Well, slap that thing on immediately. Because it's time for Critical Cargo, the new limited time event from Among Us 3D. These high-powered headsets add scanning to the chaos, allowing beings to see who is who, including the new Critical Crewmate. All crewmates can now scan. Do your tasks to recharge it. Scan a crewmate and you'll get one of 3 results, indicating a fellow crewmate, failed scan, or revealing the critical crewmate or the imposter. Now for the hard part, convincing everyone else of what you saw. Act now. Critical Cargo is available in Among Us 3D for a limited time. We all want to see more hybrid games coming to VR, and that's exactly what we're getting with Grit and Valor 1949 VR Edition. This real-time tactics game launched for flat screen earlier this year, but developer Milky T has teamed up with Endreams to release a full VR version of the game for Quest, PSVR 2, and PC VR. Dive deep into an alternate history in which World War II rages on, and control an elite squadron of mechs against the evil Axis. Alongside bringing the game to life, VR also adds intuitive controls. Better yet, there's not much longer to wait. The game hits headsets on August 21st with wishlists available now. Speaking of hybrid games, last week saw the release of Hidden Memories of the Gardens Between on Quest and PC VR. This is an incredible expansion of the classic puzzle title, in which 2 childhood friends explore their cherished memories in amazingly intricate diorama worlds. This version of the game has more than twice the content of the original, with 40 new VR exclusive puzzles. So what's missing? Well, that would be a PSVR 2 release, of course. Best boot up your PS5 then, because this version of the game is available right now. By now, many of you will have played the incredible demo for Of Lies and Rain by Costello Inc. This sci-fi shooter stunned us with its cinematic visuals, intriguing world, and intense action. We know you've been asking when you'll get to play more. Well, today we can confirm the game will launch in early access on MetaQuest and PC VR on September 10th. This release features the complete campaign for you to play, while the studio continues to refine the experience via patches and updates. PSVR 2 players, look out for more information later this year.
Back in March, we brought you an update on the long-awaited PvE shooter Exoshock. This title first caught our eye 2 years ago, and developer Polarity One and publisher Viral have since been cooking to deliver something special. Today, there's more news to share.
Exoshock is looking sharp as ever. We can't wait for launch this fall. At VRGS, we've announced games, DLCs, collaborations, and more. But these next two reveals are entirely new for us. First, let's get a look at a brand new VR dedicated studio fronted by a familiar face.
Hello everybody, Mateo311 here to introduce the brand new VR gaming studio, Noetic Realms. Similar to how I started my VR career, looking to make the types of videos I wanted to watch, Noetic Realms is looking to build the types of games that we all want to play. Unfortunately, we're not ready to show off our upcoming action RPG just yet, but we will be starting a devlog video series on my YouTube channel in the near future, and if you want to stay up to date on this project, or even better, get involved in the actual development, you can join our Discord right now. I'm looking forward to showing you guys more in the future, so stay tuned.
Look for more from Mateo and Noetic Realms soon. Next is a new VR mod that you are definitely going to be installing.
Entry team, this is Talk. Negotiations have fallen apart. Move to secure the premises. Suspects are highly volatile.
Entry team to Talk. Civilians down but breathing. Notify Thames.
Element, this is Talk. Make them stable and proceed with mission.
Police, get down on the ground!
Hold it.
Drop the weapon! On me, move.
You got point.
Put the weapon down! Police, don't move!
I hope you enjoyed this little teaser trailer. I'm so excited to finally share it. The Ready or Not VRO mod is a completely self-funded passion project that I've been working on along with a talented developer for some time. Now, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing today, working on some incredible VR titles with 2080 games, if it wasn't for the support from the community back when I was making videos on YouTube. So think of this mod as my way of saying thank you to you all. The mod is going to be completely free for everyone that owns the base game, and I'll be sharing more details on my channel, Virtual Reality Oasis, very soon. Enjoy the rest of the show. Cheers.
A big thanks to Mike and developer Kit for making VRGS's first ever mod announcement today. Look for more information on the VR Oasis channel soon.
Another standout title from last March's show was Zix from Hidden.io. Loads of you listed this as one of the best games you saw in the last VRGS. So we're more than happy to deliver another update today.
Zix dares to look different and promises to be a bold debut from Hidden IO. We'll be ingesting blessings on Quest and PC next month.
It's great to see Saber Interactive dive deeper into VR with today's release of World War Z. The game is out now on Quest and Steam VR and promises one of VR's biggest zombie brawls yet, with legions of the undead piling into your headset. Make sure to check it out. Okay, we're starting to near the home stretch, so what say we get back to a few new game reveals?
Lush Foil Photography Sim is one of the most visually stunning and unique games of 2025. It was clear from its PC and console launch in April that this would be a perfect experience for VR. We're over the moon that developer Matt Newell is bringing the game to headsets soon. Watch this space.
The next title we're spotlighting comes from Astrobeam, the new studio founded by none other than Devin Reimer, co-founder and former CEO of Alchemy Labs. A year ago, their team stunned us with a mind-blowing tech demo. NPCs powered by voice and large language models that talk in believable, human-like ways. Now they're inviting us into a whole new universe, literally.
Welcome to Stella Cafe. What can I get you to drink?
I'll get an iced tea. No, wait, a smoothie, but with ketchup, mustard, and relish.
One hot dog smoothie coming right up. Looks like it's just going to be you and me at my party. Could you ask around and see why everyone RSVP'd, maybe?
Sure, I could do that.
Thanks, Benny. I was this close to inviting my toasters.
For the first time ever, I'm interviewing a human. What's the secret to a healthy tan?
I'd say don't forget the sunscreen.
What got you interested in tanning in the first place? Did a specific celebrity from the early 2000s influence you?
Look into the crystal ball and tell me this. Will James finally reveal the secret ingredient in those astroalgae smoothies?
He may reveal the secret ingredient is ketchup, mustard, and relish.
Do you see me actually drinking it if that's what's in it?
I'm sick of my job, Benny. I need to write a resignation letter. What kind of subject line do you think would grab their attention?
How about logging off for good?
Logging off for good. It's got that perfect blend of finality and tech speak. What do you think?
I like it. Yes, I'm keeping my stapler.
Love that addition. Thanks to your help, I can finally attend James's patch day party. Now, let's go party!
Benny, you're the best. Thanks for helping get everyone to come to the party. I'll see you there.
Welcome to Stella Cafe, a vibrant, quirky, intergalactic spot where you don't just order a latte, you chat and interact with AI-powered robots who have stories, personalities, and might just need your help to solve their problems. We'll be keeping a close eye on what the team at Astrobeam are cooking up. Stella Cafe is about as cutting edge as you can get, but here at VRGS, we also have a lot of time for a good old shooter. Vex Mage. It takes lightning-fast shooter gameplay and combines it with lethal elemental attacks, fast-fire gameplay sessions, and co-op and solo support. It's a frantic, kinetic burst of action that's unlike anything else in VR.
And yes, the demo is out today. Go and try it.
Now, I'm sure that chat today has been begging to see a certain online shooter that we debuted back in March. Since then, Forefront has quickly become one of the most anticipated VR titles of the year. Let's catch up with the latest.
Hi, Wesley from Triangle Factory here. Ever since we announced Forefront in March, we've been laser focused on one thing.
Can we go?
Building the massive VR shooter we've always wanted to play. Forefront is all about huge 16 versus 16 action-packed battles, destruction, and vehicle mayhem. The most exciting moments are the ones we never planned for. Whether it's doing a crazy jump with a Humvee, using a quad bike to deliver C4, or just seeing the pure chaos when two helicopters and a tank clash over a capture point.
We gotta dodge, Alex.
It's those unscripted moments with your friends that make you come back to the game again and again. You'll have to manually reload your weapons. This adds to the immersion, but it can also lead to fumbling a mag in a panic. Gadgets are also designed to take advantage of VR controllers, like the medic that has to rub the shock pads together to revive a player. Destruction isn't just for fun. It's a core part of the gameplay. If a wall is in your way, you make a new door. If a sniper is hiding in a window, you can remove the sniper together with that window. The map is constantly shifting, and you'll be forced to react. Forefront is still deep in development, but the game is already an absolute blast to play. However, just like our previous titles, a game is nothing without its community. And that is where you come in. We are opening signups for Open Alpha. Join our Discord right now for all the info on how to get in and when the playtests are happening.
Holy shit, you're out. Great, dog.
Give us your feedback and shape the future of Forefront. Sign up and play the alpha for free right now.
Don't panic. You have plenty of time to scan the QR code and get into the Discord. Something tells me the Triangle Factory team are going to have more than enough players for alpha testing. Also, not to brag, but we've spent a bit of time with the team testing the game out. And trust us, it's worth the wait. We of course have one more studio to talk about today, but we're far from done. Stay tuned because the Glassbreakers Champions of Moss Developer Direct is taking place straight after our next segment. That gives me just enough time to thank every developer that has taken part in today's incredible show. You'll be able to find each PCVR title featured in today's show over on the VRGS Steam page. And make sure to check the Coming Soon section of the Quest and PlayStation stores, or simply watch the show back for each QR code taking you to store pages. Also, the VR Game Showcase is returning this November. Yes, we have much more to talk about, and there are a lot of amazing games on the horizon for VR headsets.
Finally, don't forget we have some great flash sales going on MetaQuest for the next 48 hours. Don't miss these fantastic offers from our partners.
Alright, it's free for Flat to VR Studios. In our past 2 shows, we've announced a bunch of hit projects, including Trombone Champ Unflattened.
The original game was banned in more than 10 countries.
And Postal 2 VR. We've got some great updates on both today, including the launch of the Kickstarter for Postal 2 Redux. Redux is a remaster being developed in tandem with the VR version, and supporting the campaign will also lead to benefits for Postal 2 VR. In fact, we're offering an exclusive limited backer tier just for VRGS viewers. This includes a copy of the VR version, so check out the QR code at the end of the video.
The last few years have been non-stop questions about this. Bring Postal 2 to mobile, bring Postal 2 to PlayStation, bring Postal 2 to VR. And it's like, no, it wasn't happening. And now it is.
Oh man, that's f***ing awesome.
People are like, Postal 2 is perfect. Why would you do this?
Well, the answer is really very simple. Why not? It's been over 20 years. The community deserves it.
So the original game is so good, and all the imperfections that make it what it is, that's not going away.
We made sure we listened to the community, what Postal means to people, so that we don't lose any of that as we're developing Redux.
I think one of the coolest features that people tend to love is when you someone's and then you a dog, the dog will head and head. And you will then be able to pet the dog. Which you haven't been able to do in the past.
And the most exciting part that we are making it for cross-platform, including VR.
I want to bring more spotlight to virtual reality, and we do that by bringing games that people have known and loved playing for years.
The real reason to have the Kickstarter is for us to go beyond anything any of us could have imagined.
Any of the stretch goals hit will also come across to Postal 2 VR.
I think the most important thing you can do is back the Kickstarter. Make sure you share it with your friends and your family, people you don't know, people you hate, people you love.
Postal 2 is coming to you, virtual reality. You're going to be able to piss like never before. Now you can take that to the urinal.
Sorry, I need to take a piss. Sign my petition, damn it.
The team has much more coming, and today we're excited to introduce a brand new initiative from the studio. It's going to bring even more of your favorite titles to headsets.
Hey everyone, I'm Elliot Tate, one of the founders of Flat to VR Studios.
And I'm Eric from Flat to VR Studios, and we are here to talk about something that we're working on that's a little bit different.
Today, we're really excited to introduce Flat to VR Spark, a brand new program that I really think is gonna up the amount of amazing quality flat screen games we can bring officially to VR. As we've grown, I think we've run into what's probably the best kind of problem to have, and that's there's just too many amazing games that studios have reached out to us and asked for help to bring their amazing games into VR. So many so that we can't do it alone. So we're empowering talented modders and developers to work with the official source code which makes it easier and a way better port, transforming the passion projects into fully licensed VR ports.
This is a way for us to get back to our roots, right? This is a way for us to get back to what Flat2VR modding community started with and where we grew as a company out of, where Flat2VR Studios came out of. It allows us to get back to projects that are interesting and cool and things that we want to see in virtual reality, but we just don't have the capacity to do it with a full project.
Modders get compensated for the work, developers gain a new revenue stream, an audience with zero upfront cost to them, and players get way more awesome VR games.
We're able to put a place together for developers to come in and work on amazing projects, having code, having assets, having the collaboration of Flat2VR Studios and Elliot and the entire team to be able to work with them, collaborate on developing projects. It just gives them a home, a place to kind of like live out their dream of building virtual reality games out of some amazing traditional flat games.
Flat2VR Spark is an incredibly exciting new initiative that's bringing games like I Am Your Beast, Flat Out 4, and The Signal Stranded on Sirenus to VR. We're also able to confirm that Sprawl and Stop Dead are in development too. If you're a developer wanting to get involved, or just a fan wanting to learn more, scan the QR code on screen. And no, your eyes didn't deceive you. Poppy Playtime is coming to VR. Now, we're traveling over to Seattle, Washington for the Glassbreakers Champions of Moss Developer Direct.
Match made. Off you go.
Oh, there's no
Now's the time. Attack that glass.
Hey, welcome to Polyarch. I'm Chris Barassa, the design director on Glassbreakers. We are known for Moss and Moss 2, but Glassbreakers was actually our first prototype 10 years ago. Danny Buller, one of the founders, invited me up to take a look at the game. I played it one time, he looked at me and said, I need you to help me make this game. It felt a little bit like a fighting game, it felt like a strategy game, but at the start, the player base wasn't quite there for a multiplayer game. So we began with Moss and really honing in on that bond. The relationship that we felt and the ability to build that, we created Quill, and she became a hit. As Moss 2 was continuing through, the studio began to grow. During that time, we started re-exploring Glassbreakers because the VR market had grown to support more multiplayer-based games. I know there are a lot of questions around Moss 3, and we are very excited to start exploring that. But before we do, we have some different stories to tell. And for those that loved Moss, there's a spot for you in Glassbreakers as well. This is our way of expanding on the world of Moss and being able to tell stories that we weren't able to tell with just Quill. Expanding on new areas of the world, new characters to meet,
Now this is fun.
and even some backstory that might tie some characters together.
One thing that we've really prided ourselves on here at Polyarch is a lot of environmental storytelling. So every backdrop, every scene that you're in, there's all these things that hint at a larger story of things that have happened in those places that are really important, really meaningful. I feel like our players have really fallen in love with that world, and it's such a rich world full of tons of possibilities. Glassbreakers is giving us an opportunity to dive back and sort of elaborate on those gaps that we've left, fill them in, introduce new characters, and really let players dive deeper into that world.
At one point, Glassbreakers was a turn-based game. Now it's a fast-paced strategy game with ebbs and flows. They can get in, get out, play with their friends, play against their friends. Glassbreakers is easy to pick up and play, to move your champions around, cast some abilities, and just have some fun with your friends. But then, as you look deeper and see that it's about timing your abilities, the combinations of your champions and the teams that you build, that really makes the game a deeper experience.
In Moss and Moss 2, you're really only playing from the perspective of 2 different characters, but with Glassbreakers, we're introducing people to 12 different champions from that world.
Once you've selected your champions, it is time to play a game of glass. You and your champions need to destroy your opponent's glass while protecting yours. It's up to you to use your combination of champions, their unique abilities, and the positioning on the board to handle what your opponent is going to throw at you. One of the popular strategies is using multiple tank champions to control our gear zones. Gear is the quickest way to give your champions a power boost, and the more power you have, the easier it is to defeat your opponent. If your opponents are moving all their champions to one spot, sometimes it's smart not to just go fight them, but to go take all the other objectives on the map, especially the Sway Stone, which can sway the battle. We use a hex-based movement system, which means positioning matters. Those gear zones that we talked about, if you don't want to fight somebody, just position your champion so there's no more movement tiles for them to get in, and then they're forced to have to go around. Or they may use some champion's abilities and pull you right out of the way. The enemies trying to take that Sway Stone will use Barnard's ability to blast not only the champions, but that Sway Stone and take it for yourself. And those are just some basic strategies. Glassbreakers is so much deeper.
So around October of 2023, we went into an open beta and we played 60,000 matches during the beta.
We did complete balance overhaul across the game, uplifting the champions that had a lesser play rate and toning down those ones that were kind of dominating everything. Before anyone asked the question, yes, Chet, our main duelist, did get nerfed.
A lot of players we found were burnt out by free-to-play games. There's so many of them, lots of battle passes for you to complete. We decided that the best thing for us and for them was to make the game more of a premium experience.
With free-to-play, we had to lock things behind grinds and paywalls. Moving from free-to-play to a premium experience, we're able to build out a deep progression system that rewards players' time.
Now that we've come back, we've decided that we wanted all of these hundreds of cosmetics to be included with the game, and they're now on mastery tracks for each of the champions.
Gaining this mastery will unlock skins, dyes, new champions, all rewarding you for continuing to play with them and giving you stuff to show off to let everyone know how masterful you are with this champion.
Once you have your favorite champions, and the more you play with them, eventually you'll be able to unlock their mastery skin. My favorite cosmetic is the dyes. They can change the color scheme for any of the skins in the game, so you can coordinate all of your champions or do something a little bit different for each one.
I can live with it.
All the characters that we've created in the game, they have those same touches that we've brought to Moss and Moss 2, where when you get close to characters, they look at you, you can interact with them. When you equip them with dyes, they react.
Oh, Mom, I like it.
It's all those sort of hallmarks of the animation and the characters that we've built in the games. And now that's coming to life with these 12 different champions that you can play as. We like to infuse as much lore and as much meaning into all our environments as we can. If you look back in the church in Moss and Moss 2, you'll see stained glass images of Reese show up in some of those scenes, and some of those images that are on Reese's clothing and equipment. You also get to see some of those champions like Chetleaf, who show up in the Sprite realm as the champion that they've sent forth to try and look for the glass. There's a lot of really great links back to those stories that I think players are really going to enjoy, and I think it'll give you a reason to go back and play Moss and Moss 2 and look for those little Easter eggs.
We're bringing 4 new champions to Glassbreakers. We have Jane, our gambling caster, who lets fate decide how strong his ability can be. You chose! We have Debo, our mushroom drummer, who wants to get the party started. Get up, y'all! Boosting all of his allies that are nearby.
He's a positive character. He wants to uplift his team. It's also just great to add like a nice positive touch that I think players will really enjoy, like a bit of levity to the game.
Now this is fun!
Mira, our bubbly duelist who loves a one-on-one fight. And a Moss favorite, Sahima, who's able to take down entire squads with her chakram.
You might recognize Sahima from Moss 2. Her ability is the chakram. She can throw it across the board and take out more than one of your opponent's champions. Sahima starts with the costume that you might recognize from Moss 2, but as you move on her progression track, she has lots of really cool mountain-themed cosmetics that you can unlock.
One of the biggest things that we heard is that one map wasn't enough, so we will be releasing with 4 total maps.
They take you to different places around the world of Moss. You can get immersed into an underground cave with lava flowing. There's a snow-capped mountain peak. And then my favorite is the fantastical sprites realm, which is where the sprites come from.
Certain champions are fantastic on one and might struggle a little bit on the other. You might need to take this into consideration because our ranked matchmaking picks the map randomly. So do you want to gamble on a team composition that's fantastic on one map and might struggle on another? Or do you want to build a well-rounded squad that can handle anything that is thrown at you?
So we only had one option in the beta, which was 1v1. It was great, but it didn't capture everybody's way that they wanted to play. So now you can play as 1v1, 2v2, or even 1v2 versus the AI.
We're bringing our newest feature, Buds Mode, our cooperative mode where you and a friend can take on other players or the AI.
The AI was actually something that evolved the most, I think, since beta. We spent a lot of time with that. We call it affectionately Taterbot, but I think it's evolved a lot since then, and I think people will be really excited to challenge themselves against the AI now. For new players, we hope that they will find it to be a welcoming experience. They can jump in and play against the AI before they even go into the arena, so that should take some of the pressure off. And they can even join our Discord to be matched up with a mentor that's played the game before.
Community has always been at the heart of Glassbreakers. We have been doing town halls inside of our Discord, but as we get closer to launch, we're also going to be launching 2 programs. One of those is the mentorship program, and the other is the Vanguard program. So the mentorship program is all about meeting players wherever they are in their journey. So if you are an experienced player and you played in beta, and if you are a new player, we want to make sure that we can pair you. We want to give you the opportunity and the tools in order to do that. And then for the Vanguard program, if you really love bringing your friends in to play the games that you are enjoying, then we really want to make sure that we are rewarding you. We are going to spend the first couple months being really hands-on with the community. We want to make sure that we are supporting that community, not just with the programs, but also with check-ins and making sure that the game is feeling exactly the way that you want it to. If you'd like to be a part of the community, we would love to have you. Our Discord is discord.gg/polyartgames.
I hope players really get to dig in and see the love that we've put in, not only in the characters and the detail that we have with them, but the systems and the combinations that we've tried to allow players to discover and unlock.
We know it's been a long time, so I cannot wait to get people back into the game and to hear what they think of what we've done.
Getting to see it over the finish line is just, it's emotional, it's great.
I remember working on Mojo whenever I first got to Polyarch, and I've also now been getting little bits and pieces of the lore of the champions that are coming to Glassbreakers, and I am so excited for players to get their hands on those champions too.
It's been 8 years from prototype till now. The game has gone through so many different changes. We're just really excited to see what players do with it and what they discover.
Now's the time! Attack that glass!
Make sure that you wishlist Glassbreakers on Steam and Quest.